The danger of gender-specific dress codes. It is important to first recognize the many valid reasons for implementing dress codes: to show professionalism, respect for safety. As quoted from the student handbook, Friends Academy views dress code as an important part of our character education that teaches students the importance of being respectful and responsible to rules and expectations. So if there are so many valid reasons, what's the problem with them? The problem is not that we have codes for dress. In life, there are expectations of dress for work, weddings, funerals, professional affairs. In the words of gender progressive activist Lacey Green, the problem is when codes target girls specifically, with the mentality that their bodies are sexual and therefore distracting. This doesn't happen at FA though, right? I'm sure most of you understand that I was just trying to be ironic, as sexism is prevalent in Friends Academy dress code. It is often brought up as unfair to boys, with the expectation of ties every day, blazers on Thursdays, not permitted to have earrings, and I do agree it's unfair, but to all genders. The unfairness to girls imposed by the dress code, however, is often unrecognized. The parent handbook states that school dress should be neat and clean, reflect modesty and moderation, and avoid faddish styles. Take notice of the word modesty. We often hear it thrown around in discussions with respect to dress code, and I interpret the word in one of two ways. One, not being excessive in terms of cost of your outfit. Two, not showing too much skin. The problem arises when the word modesty is being used as a term to describe the latter, even worse when it's only being used with respect to girls. For example, these are two quotes from the parent handbook detailing dress code specificities by gender. Notice how the word, or a variation of the word modest, is only used in respect to girls' dress code, not boys. But how is the use of the word modesty a problem? Going back to the quote by Lacey Green, pushing modesty on females only implies that the female body is inherently more sexual than our male counterparts, stressing that it is more important that women are covered up than men. You may be asking, why does this matter? Well, besides being completely sexist, codes that target girls specifically with the mentality that their bodies are sexual and therefore distracting have three main, real, and dangerous consequences. Consequence 1 is body shaming. Notice how certain girls get picked on for dress code violations more than others. This is usually girls that are more developed, taller, or even bigger, being picked on more often than others for dress code violations. This increases body shaming because certain body types are being picked on more than others. While it could be easy to overlook, this body shaming can lead to depression, anxiety, and eating disorders in teenage girls. Consequence 2 is it teaches girls that they are not entitled to self-respect if their skin is showing. A sexist dress code tells girls, many who are young, that their bodies are inherently sexual and they are not entitled to respect if they are dressing how others deem immodest. This is not only slut-shaming, but also objectifying. The results of this are pretty expected: lack of self-confidence, lack of respect for one's body. Consequence 3 is most dangerous. It tells boys that girls' bodies are inherently sexual regardless of context. Modest dress is pushed on girls due to the belief that girls wearing immodest attire are a distraction to boys, a concept that has been reiterated to us females at Friends Academy by Mr. Baskin himself in girl-only assemblies. Instead of teaching boys to stop being distracted, administration chooses to force girls to change their own behavior. This concept tells boys that they are not responsible for their actions, girls are, and that it's acceptable to objectify, disrespect, and misbehave if they can see a girl's skin. This concept is especially dangerous because this mentality of women responsible for the actions of men sets the stage for victim blaming, harassment, and sexual assault. Thank you.